Hello, welcome to Higher Ground Gaming. This is Eric. And my co-host Mr. Brody there, Miss Mags, all in the room. Gonna do another game for the 1978 Red Sox season. Featuring the Boston Red Sox, of course, who are currently 2 games behind the Milwaukee Brewers for second place. And they'll be taking on the Kansas City Royals in Kansas City, who are currently tied with, I believe it's the California Angels for first place in the AL West. Red Sox have lost the last 2 games and are currently 5-5 in their last 10. Actually, it's 6-4 in the last 10, sorry. And, 2-game losing streak. So they're currently 55-36 through 91 games. And they were actually 62-29 through their last in their first 91 games in the actual season. So they're 7 games behind. All right, 7 games behind their pace. So we're looking to make up some ground here today. Today's game they did actually lose. They got shut out by the Kansas City Royals 9-0 behind Paul Splittroff. We'll see if we can change history a little bit here and get a game back. Dennis Eckersley be on the mound for the Red Sox, as you can see. And so let's get this game underway.
Welcome to the stadium for today's ball game.
Alrighty, so this is game number 92 of the season for the Red Sox, as well as the Royals. It's a game from Friday, July 21st, 1978. Attendance was 39,841 in the actual stadium, from Royal Stadium. Yes, Mr. Brody, that's was it. What? Are you disagreeing with me? Well, really? I didn't know that. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Don't tell me how to do my job. I know how to do my job. You do your job, and I'll do my job. Okay. All right, Mr. Brody. Ready to do some co-hosting here? All right, let's get back to business here. We'll talk about that later. Okay. All right, so Paul Splittroff on the mound. He's having a very good replay so far. He's 13-5 with a 3.61 ERA. So overperforming his actual season by a little bit. 150 innings pitched, 153 hits allowed. Has allowed more hits than innings pitched, so that's been one of the negatives. 44 walks and 43 strikeouts, and so puts the ball in play a lot. And also allowed 10 home runs. So for the Boston Red Sox, Jerry Remy will lead it off and play second. Dwight Evans is batting in an unusual position, second and playing right field. Jim Rice, the left fielder, bats third. Batting cleanup is Kyle Yastrzemski, the DH. Carlton Fisk is batting fifth behind the plate. Center fielder Fred Lynn bats sixth. The first baseman, George the Boomer Scott, bats seventh. Butch Hobson is in at third base, batting eighth. And the shortstop, again, is Frank Duffy, replacing the injured Rick Burleson, who's been on the DL for, I say, going on close to 3 weeks now, I think. So we'll have to keep an update on that. You gonna check on that, Mr. Brody? As Miss Maggs has joined me in my seat here, getting on my the top of my chair here. Are you guys discussing the trivia question? Okay. All right. Well, you get a lot to say tonight, Mr. Brody. You've been pretty quiet, but you get a lot to say in this game. You saying the Red Sox really need to win this one, huh? Saying they can't get any further behind, huh? Well, that's good advice. Yeah, you tell them. Why, Mr. Brody's really not happy with the Red Sox performance. Saying that they need to pick it up, especially the bullpen, and they should get rid of Bob Bailey. And Butch Hobson? Wow, Mr. Brody's got some strong opinions here. Okay, all right. So that's the Red Sox lineup. So, Brody. Okay, we'll talk about this later. You said, you want to get back to your 1977 replay, right? Using Art of the Park baseball. All right, we'll get back to it. Don't worry, we haven't forgotten about that. I know we get a lot of stuff going on, and we'll get all to it. Okay. All right. Wow, Mr. Brody is not happy. It's all right. So Jerry Remy steps into the box. He's hitting .310 with 2 homers and 31 runs batted in. He'll lead it off for the Red Sox. The outfield around Splittroff is Poquette, Otis, and Hurdle. Poquette, average range. Otis, above average range. And Hurdle, below average range. Strat-o-matic, the lower numbers are better. Error-wise, Poquette lets up a good share of errors out there. And Hurdle will commit some errors. Otis, very good defender out there. Excellent arm. Poquette and Hurdle above average arms. In the infield, Brett, Patek, White, and Lecoq. Brett and Patek above average fielders there. Brett will commit a few errors at third base. Patek will commit a good share of errors, quite a few errors in shorts. Frank White is excellent range, but will commit some errors at second base. And Pete Lecoq is average range and commits a few errors there. So no real short-handed fielders in the infield, although there are some very good infielders. Splittroff on the mound has above average range, commits a few errors. And Darryl Porter is above average range and very short-handed and an above average arm. So Splittroff looks in for the sign from Porter, nods his head, sets, and delivers. And Remy's going to get a pitch to here right away off Splittroff's card, 6th column, and he'll miss it. That'll be the first out of the inning as Remy strikes out. So Dwight Evans coming to the plate now, hitting .278 with 16 homers and 56 runs batted in. Overperforming slightly his numbers for the year, especially average-wise, hitting 30 points above his seasonal average. So here's the windup and delivery by Splittroff. And he'll line up to Brett at third for out number 2. So the first 2 batters retired by the Royals. And it's going to bring up Jim Rice. Jim Rice hitting .316 on the season with 27 homers and 78 runs batted in. It's been a while since he's had a home run. Let's check and see how long it's been since he's hit that home run. Maybe we can bring him some luck here. So let's see. It's been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games since he's hit a home run. So he's definitely due for another homer. Hit 46 on the year. So Splittroff looks in for the sign. Shakes one off. Nods his head. Toes the rubber. Signs and delivers. And he'll also line up to Brett for out number 3. So after 1/2, it's the Red Sox nothing in the Royals coming up. I almost wanted to say the Mets. I don't know why. But I had to play a game from the 78 season today as I watched Al Red Sox fan play a game from his 1973 Open World Red Sox series using out of the park baseball. If you haven't checked out his channel, check out his channel. A lot of nice retro sports, similar to mine, and some different ones. So a lot of action PC football, the FOC, friends of the channel's wrestling game using Fire Pro Wrestling. Very fun stuff there. Good live chat. So check out his channel. So George Brett will lead it off. So George Brett batting leadoff. Kind of an odd position for him there. So it'll be George Brett batting first, playing third. The DH Hal McRae bats second. Pete Lecoq is at first base and bats third. Cleanup hitter is Amos Otis, the center fielder. Behind the plate, Darryl Porter bats fifth. Clint Hurdle, the right fielder, bats sixth. Tom Paquette, the left fielder, bats seventh. Freddie Patek, the little general, bats eighth. And batting ninth is the second baseman, Frank White. So behind Eckersley is Rice, Lynn, and Evans in the outfield. Rice average range. Lynn excellent range, as well as Evans. All three of them will commit very few errors, with Rice committing the least out of the three. Lynn has an above average arm in center. Rice has an average arm. Yeah, you guys get along. In left, and Evans an excellent cannon for an arm in right. So in the infield, we definitely, our left side of the infield is very liable to, is definitely our weakest point on the field. Hobson, Duffy. Hobson below average range, Duffy average range, but Hobson an E53 and a Duffy even worse at E68. So definitely don't want your range checks on that left side of the infield there. So that could be our downfall in this game. Remy and Scott above average range, and will only commit a few errors, not too many errors, an average amount of errors, I guess you could say. Fisk behind the plate, excellent range, and Cannon an above average arm, and will commit only a few errors. Eckersley average range and very sure-handed. So Eckersley looks in for the sign from Fisk. Hobson Scott playing in on the grass. Here's the windup in the pitch. And Eckersley comes in before we deliver the pitch. 11-6 with a 2.94 ERA, so has a little bit more losses than we'd like at this point of the season. 150 innings pitched, 134 hits allowed, so on good pace there. 36 walks and 75 strikeouts, and has surrendered 16 homers. So Brett comes in, hitting .288 with 9 homers and 47 runs batted. Hit 9 homers across the entire season, and already has 9 and only 313 at bats. So he could shatter that. He could actually double that, close to double that, by the time he's finished. So it's going to be off the 6th column of Eckersley. And that's going to be a leadoff double all the way to the wall over Lynn's head. As it pops out of his glove, so they're going to credit Brett with a leadoff double. So that'll bring up Hal McRae. Hal McRae comes in hitting .262 with 8 homers and 30 runs batted in. Actually looks the runner back. Winds up and delivers out of the stretch now. And that's going to be a fly ball to Rice in the left. He belts it. Rice goes after it and glides under it and makes the catch. So that'll bring up Pete Lecoq, the first baseman, hitting .314 with 2 homers and 26 runs batted in. And that's going to be a fly ball to right. And Evans makes the catch. Brett tags up at second, but he won't chance it. Probably good, because Evans definitely probably would have gunned him down there with an accurate throw. which he is very accurate. So 2 down now and a runner in scoring position for Amos Otis. Having a monster season so far, hitting .362 already with 16 homers and 51 runs batted in, so well ahead of his pace homer-wise and average-wise, hitting 64 points above his average. So an RBI opportunity here for Otis. And it's going to be a range check on Remy. Thank goodness it's not a range check on Duffy or Hobson. And he'll get in front of it. Oh, however, he's going to boot it. So the one we thought would handle it muffs it. And Brett will hold that third, though, so that'll put runners at the corners with 2 down. So a free out here for the Royals, Darryl Porter. .253 hitter with 10 homers and 55 runs batted in. It's off of his 1 column, and that's going to be a walk. So Eckersley, obviously shaken up by the error by Remy. As Fisk goes out to calm him down to talk to him, Remy goes out there too, saying, hey, my bad, let's get out of it now. So, bases loaded for Clint Hurdle. Comes in hitting .252 with 7 homers and 43 runs batted in. And it'll be a ground ball to Duffy. Taken on a hop. Over to Scott. And he retires him. 6-3. The Red Sox get out of it. The error does not prove costly. And after 1 full, no score. So Splittroff will face Yastrzemski, Fisk, and Lynn. Yastrzemski, the DH today, comes in hitting .287 with 10 homers and 42 runs batted in. Captain steps in the box. Splittroff toes the rubber. Nods his head. Here's the windup in the pitch. And Yastrzemski will draw a walk. So a good start to the Red Sox second. So that'll bring up Carlton Fisk. Fisk having a very good season, hitting .316 with 12 homers and 49 runs batted in. And Fisk is going to get a good pitch to hit here. However, he's going to line it up to Brett. Hit it hard, but right at someone. So 1 out. And Yastrzemski at first for Fred Lynn. Fred Lynn hitting .267 with 18 homers and 55 runs batted in. So on a pace to shatter his 22 home run mark for the season. Only 4 away from that now. And he'll go round out to Lecoq. See if they can turn 2. And nope, they just get the lead runner. So 2 down now for the Boomer, George Scott. Hitting .254 with 7 homers and 26 runs batted in. A down year for the Boomer overall, especially after a very, very strong 1977. And he's going to hit it to Patek. Throws to first. And the Red Sox are retired in the second. So after a very promising start, the Red Sox aren't able to do anything. So we'll head to the bottom of the second. The bottom third of the order. Paquette, Patek, and White up against Eckersley. Paquette comes in hitting just 178 with 2 homers and 16 runs batted in. It's going to be off of his 2 column. It's going to be a ground ball to Scott. He'll take it himself. Beats Paquette for the out. So a little general, Freddie Patek up now. Hitting .275 with 2 homers and 27 runs batted in. It's approximately the same stats as Jerry Remy with a little bit lower average, but same production numbers. And a few more stolen bases, I think. 38 on the season. Already has 29 stolen bases on the season, so definitely a threat to steal if he gets on. So you want to keep him off the bases. And it's going to be a ground out to Hobson, and he's thrown out. Mr. Brody, what's going on? All right. That's a very good point, Mr. Brody. So Mr. Brody continues to give his color commentary here. Oh, Miss Meggs is there next to him. I think that's Miss Meggs. Oh, that's his shadow. That's not Miss Meggs. So number 9 hitter Frank White coming in with 2 outs and nobody on. Corners will play in. White hitting .256 on the season with 6 homers and 38 runs batted in. And this is going to be off the 2 column of White. And White's going to get a hold of one here. It's going to be an extra base hit to center. And he might try for a triple. No, he decides to hold up. So 2 outs and a runner on scoring position now for George Brett, who doubled his first time up also. So Eckersley looking to get out of it. Out of the stretch now. Looks back at the runner. Duffy and Remy are going back and forth, trying to keep White close. Here's the windup in the pitch. It's going to be off the 5 column of Eckersley. And he'll line up the Scott at first to end the inning. So after 2 full, no score. So the Red Sox will send Hobson, Duffy, and top of the order Remy up against Splittroff. But Hobson just back in the lineup a couple days ago, after being out for about 10 days. Hitting .285 with 9 homers and 34 runs batted in. He offers 2 column, and that's going to be a strikeout. And a sharp breaking ball. So Frank Duffy up now, hitting .311 with 13 runs batted in. Already has 3 times as many RBIs as he did in the entire season in 74 at-bats. Had 104 at-bats in the actual season. And he'll fly out to Poquette and left for out number 2. So to bring up Jerry Remy. Jerry Remy struck out his first time up. And he'll strike out again, this time looking. Oh, actually they say he swung. So the Red Sox go in order in the thirds. Red Sox still without a hit through 3 against Splittroff. So McCray, Lecoq, and Otis up. McCray flied out his first time up. It's the pitch by Eckersley. Gonna be ground ball to Duffy. Range check on Duffy. We hold our breath here. He gets to it, but will he hold on to it? Yes. So Duffy juggles it a little bit. Gets up with it. Fires at the first. To retire McCray by a step. So Lecoq flew out his first time up. And he's going to hit one to right center field. Evans and Lynn give chase to it. Lynn picks it up, fires it in. And another double for the Royals. They've had 3 hits and 3 doubles. As Lecoq gets one now. So it brings up Amos Otis, who reached on an error by Remy his first time up. Runner in scoring position here. Chance for the Royals to get on the board. Eckersley looks back at Lecoq. Turns and fires. It's going to be a ground ball back to Eckersley. So he'll get in front of it. Looks the runner back. Fires to first. So 2 down now for Porter. Porter again with an RB opportunity here. Walked his first time up. Oh, and he's going to get a base hit to right. And are they going to send Lecoq? They are. And they're windmilling him home. And we're going to send for that lead runner as we have a 55% chance to throw him out. And Lecoq is out to end the inning. So Evan guns him down. So you definitely don't run on Evans, as that just proved there. So Evans guns down Lecoq trying to score, and it remains a scoreless game. That was a good play, Mr. Brody. Yeah, Mr. Brody says he has a cannon for an arm. Don't run on him. Oh, Mr. Brody, you just got a lot to say. You want to take over as the host, and I'll be the co-host? No? Okay. Mr. Brody likes to be the backseat driver there. I know. Boy. So, all right. So Evans guns him down, and now he's going to come right up to bat. Hopefully that adrenaline will come through, and maybe he can power one out of here. Yeah, we'll see. Evans lined out his first time up. And nope, he's going to get one under it and pop it up the Patek for out number 1. An easy out there for Freddie. So let's check out some scores from around the league. Cleveland pounding Seattle 8-1. Detroit edging California 3-2. That's good news for the Royals. Kempis hit his 20th home run for Detroit. Toronto with the lead over Oakland 5-2. Underwood comfortably ahead for Toronto. The Yankees are ahead of the White Sox 2-0. That's not good news. Minnesota edging Baltimore 5-4. Kelly has hit his 4th home run for Baltimore. Oh, this is good news, though. Texas is on top of Baltimore 6-4. So Red Sox can get to within a game if they can win this game, and that score stands. Hargrove hits his 4th home run for Texas, and here in Kansas City, we're scoreless. So 1 out now for Jim Rice, who lined out his first time up. Line went out to Brett. And this time he's going to fly out to Otis in center for out number 2. So to bring up Kyle Yastrzemski, he walked his first time up. Oh, Yastrzemski will get a hold of one here, but it's going to go, and it's caught right in the corner by Hurdle. So Hurdle robs Yastrzemski of definitely extra bases, possible home run there. That looked like it might have is close. But anyway, so that'll do it for the Red Sox as they go in order in the 4th. 1, 2, 3. Yes, that's the order, Mr. Brody. 1, 2, 3. Mr. Brody. All right, so Hurdle will lead it off. The Red Sox still without a hit through 4 innings. Splittroff is just mowing them down. Only base runner was I don't know what the only base runner was. I know we had 1 base runner, but I can't remember what it was for. It wasn't a walk, I don't think. But I know he was 1 over the minimum. I just can't figure out why. Anyway, we'll take a look at that afterward. So Hurdle coming up. He grounded out his first time up. And that's going to be a base hit up the middle. Royals with their 5th hit off Eckersley. So leadoff runner on for Kansas City. Brings up Tom Paquette, grounded out his first time up. And they're going to go with a hit and run here. And he'll fly out to Evans. Hurdle has to rush back. So 1 down now for Freddie Patek. Grounded out his first time. Red Sox playing back in double play depth, hoping to turn 2. And it's going to be a ground ball back to Eckersley. Gets in front of it. And fires the first. Is he going to try to turn 2? Let's see. Throws the second for 1. Back to first. And not in time. As Patek beats it out. So Patek on the fielder's choice. Brings up Frank White with 2 down. Doubled off Eckersley his first time up. Patek takes a walking lead. Snap throw to first. And nice move by Eckersley. And the tag. Safe. Oh, he's going to run here. I'm going to try to throw him out. And safe. Patek slides around the tag. So Patek with a stolen base. So he'll be in scoring position now. So a base hit could put Kansas City ahead with the first run of the game. This will be a ground ball to Remy. Let's see if he can handle it this time. No, it's going to get by him for a base hit. So Remy unable to get to it. And it looks like they're going to send Patek around third, and he'll score the first run of the game without a throw. So the Royals are on board on a 2-out single by White. So it's going to bring up Brett now. So an RBI single for Frank White. And it'll be a ground ball to Scott here. Scott is a 3-range. 3-range because he's holding the runner on. Oh, and that's going to be a base hit. So Scott, because he was holding the runner on, is unable to get to it. And that's going to be a base hit for Brett. White holds at second. So runners on first and second for McRae. And he'll fly out to center to end the inning. So Remy, I'll tell you, he should have probably got to that one, but didn't quite have the range on that. And the Royals score their first run of the game, and lead at 1-0 after 4. So the Red Sox still looking for their first hit of the game. It looks like Splittroff is facing this 4, so he should have 12 batters if he were to through 4. So he looks like he's facing 2 over the minimum. He has walked 1, but I'm not sure how the other guy got on. Maybe he might have hit a batter. I don't recall him hitting a batter, but let's keep an eye on that. The Red Sox will line up there. So Fisk-up now lined out his first time up, and he'll strike out looking. So that'll bring up Lynn, who's on a forced play, so there must have been a runner on before him. And he'll ground out to White. Throws the first for out number 2. As Splittroff and Porter have a conversation. George Scott up now, grounded out his first time up. And he'll line up to Brett at third. With 5 full, Splittroff is pitching a no-hitter. And we're going to announce it in hopes that the Red Sox will break it up. So Pete Lecoq, 1 for 2 with a double. Doubled his last time up. And he's going to get another hold one. He'll have his second double today as this one goes over Lynn's head. Races, dives, and he cannot make the catch. And Lecoq will get his second double in a row here. As the Royals have now hit, I believe, at least 4 doubles today. So leadoff runner is on in scoring position now for Otis. The Royals would love to add to their 1-0 lead. And he'll strike out looking. So 1 down now for Porter. 1 for 1 with a single and a walk. And he'll walk for the second time. So Eckersley, even though he's allowed only 1 run, hasn't been at his sharpest today. As he's walked 2 batters and given up 8 hits already. This just in his 5th inning of work. So it brings up Hurdle, 1 for 2 with a singles. And he'll walk, and that'll load the bases. So Fisk will go out to talk to Eckersley. Zimmer comes out. Pats him on the butt. Heads back to the dugout. The Red Sox will play with the corners in. Expecting possible squeeze here by Paquette. And he's going to get a good pitch date here, though. And he's going to nail it. So Paquette's going to nail this one to right center field. Another double for the Royals. 2 runs are going to come in. Are they going to send Hurdle? No, Hurdle will stop at third. So an RBI double by Tom Paquette puts the Royals up now 3-0. That could be all they need, as Splittroff has been unhittable so far. So Patek comes up with 2 runners in scoring position. And Eckersley will field it as the run comes in. So Patek comes in, not Patek, Hurdle comes in for the 4th Royals run, so it's 4-0 Kansas City now. So Eckersley seeing if they can get through the 5th here. They're going to let him go up against White here. This is likely to be his last batter if he doesn't get him. And he's not. That's going to be a single. That'll score Paquette. And Eckersley is... Zimmer's coming out. He's seen enough. And Eckersley cannot get through 5. Pitched 4 fine innings, but the 5th... Oh, hold on. No. I'm going to undo this because I did not mean to do this. Thank goodness I did not mean to do that. That was not intentional, as I was talking and waving the mouse. Thankfully. But I did call it before it. Did not mean to do that. So, alright, so we're going to pull Eckersley now. And who are we going to bring in? Who did they bring? Red Sox bringing in the actual game. So in the actual game, Eckersley did last 5 innings, giving up 5 runs. So he'll last 4 2/3 innings, giving up 5 runs. Responsible for the runner on first. And oh no, I'm going to try it because they brought him in, so we got to at least use him a little bit. They brought in Alan Ripley to relieve, and he was awful in relief, allowing 4 runs in 1 1/3 in 1 1/3 innings. So we'll see. So Ripley comes in. Guess we got to use him up, so rather have him use it up while they're losing by quite a bit than ahead or scoreless. So here comes Brett against Ripley. And he'll get him to fly out to right. Kansas City puts up a 4 spot, and after 5 full, the Red Sox trail 5-0. Red Sox still looking for their first hit off Splittroff. Face Hobson, send up Hobson, Duffy, and Remy. Try to get that job done. And Hobson can't do it as he lines out to his counterpart for out number 1. So it brings up Frank Duffy, flew out his first time up. And Duffy won't get it done. As he flies out to Otis. So 2 quick outs in the Red Sox 6th. So it brings up Remy. He's been a strikeout victim twice. And Remy is going to break up the no-hitter. And can he break up the perfect game? I mean, the shutout? No, he cannot. But he does end up at third with a triple. Stand-up triple for Remy. So Remy with a stand-up triple breaks up the no-hitter by Splittroff as the fans give him a round of applause. So he went through 5 2/3 innings of no-hit ball. So now he'll try to bear down and get Evans and still preserve the shutout. So Evans lined out in the first and popped out in the 4th. And he will preserve it as Otis makes the catch to end the Red Sox 6th. So after 5.5, it's Kansas City 5 and the Red Sox nothing. So the Red Sox in danger of losing today for the 3rd straight game. We'll check for an update in the Milwaukee score. Actually, we'll look up top here. Milwaukee has pulled ahead of Texas. Not good news now. 9-6, Milwaukee has the lead over Texas. So Milwaukee has erupted for, I think it was 6-4, had for 5 runs to go ahead of the Texas Rangers. So if that score stands and this one does, the Red Sox will fall to 3 games behind as the Yankees continue to lead the Red Sox are in danger of possibly going into 3rd place soon if they keep up their streak they've been on. So Ripley on for the 6th inning here. He'll face McRae, who's 0 for 3 on the day. Oh, and he's going to get a good pitch date here. And that is going to be a double for McRae. Is he going to have a chance to go to 3rd? No, he'll hold at 2nd. As it's off the wall. So Kansas City continues to pound the ball against Red Sox pitching. Now with 11 hits. So Lecoq with an RBI opportunity. He's 2 for 3 with 2 doubles. So this is an excellent park for hitting doubles, as the Royals are proving today. And he flies out the center for the first out of the 6th. So Amos Otis up now. 0 for 3 on the day. Reached on error back in the 1st. And he's going to fly out to Rice for out number 2. So Darryl Porter up now. 1 for 1 with a couple of walks and a single. Been on base all 3 times he's been up. And they finally retire him as he rounds out to Remy over to Scott. And that'll end the inning. So the Royals do not score. And we'll head to the 7th with the Red Sox down by 5. Rice will lead it off. He's lined out and flied out. And now he'll pop out. This time the Patek for out number 1. routine pop just to the left of Patek. So that brings up the captain. Oh, he walked in the second and flied out in the fourth. And this time he'll ground out to Brett, who's got a 2 range, so above average range here. Somewhat susceptible to an error here, so let's see if he can handle it cleanly. Ooh, he's going to get a rare play here. Let's see what the rare play is. Grounds it to Brett, moves in front of it, and a bad bounce. He stays with it over to first, and Yastrzemski is retired. So not much of a rare play there. So the first 2 runners retired for the Red Sox in the 7th. Brings up Fisk, 0 for 2 on the day. And he will pop up to Patek, straight up in the air. And the Red Sox go in order in the 7th. So 7th inning stretch time. See what Mr. Brody's trivia question is. See what they were working on the Miss Mags. So appropriately enough, a George Brett question. So he hit .390 in 1980. He was 121 points above the league average of .269. How many points above the league average was Bill Terry when he hit .401? I don't even know when Bill Terry hit the .401. I know it was before Ted Williams' .406, but obviously, but I don't know when that is. So .401. I'm going to say he was 130 points above. We'll go 130. Probably going to be way off here, but we'll go with 130 is my guess. So lock in your answers. Here we go. 98. So league average was 303. Wow. That's a high league average. I'm not even sure what that year was. See if we can find that year quickly. So Bill Terry. Is Bill Terry a Yankee? Whoops. Terry is one of those names where you plug it in and it comes up with a million responses. Yeah, 1920s and 30s. And he was he was a Giant. So it was a New York team. And that was in 1930. He hit .401. So thank you, Mr. Brody, Miss Mags, for that great trivia question there. So Clint Hurdle up now. He'll face Ripley again. Ripley on for his second full inning of relief. Ripley in not mop-up duty yet, but trying to keep the game a 5-run game. Red Sox need to start chipping away. Actually, they only got 2 innings left, so they need to move more than just chip away, as they've been unable to chip away so far, getting just 1 hit so far. Hurdle 1 for 2 of the runs scored. And it's going to be a fly ball to center. Lynn with excellent range here. Should get to it no problem. Gets to it. Makes the catch. Oh! However, he is going to drop it. Let's see what happens here. No, he drops it. So Lynn is unable to hang, bobbles it, unable to hang on to it. There's a ball popped out of his glove. So they're going to give Lynn an error on that one. It's not committing a lot of errors, but there's one there. So Hurdle will reach scoring position with nobody out. It's Paquette, 1 for 3 with a double. And he's going to fly one out to the track. Evans is there and makes the catch. So Hurdle tags up, and he makes it to third easily, as Evans was not in a good position to throw. So runner on third with 1 out for Patek. And a sacrifice bunt for an RBI in the 5th. And Ripley gets him for strike 3. So 2 down now. So let's check the scores again. Cleveland over Seattle 14-3. California and Detroit are tied at 3. Toronto all over Oakland 10-2. Yankees still ahead of Chicago 3-2. Minnesota edging Baltimore 5-4. Milwaukee still in front of Texas 9-6. So Frank White up now. 3 for 3 today with a couple of RBI singles, also doubled. And he'll continue his perfect day with a single. Baltimore chop past the infield. So White now 4 for 4, having an excellent day. And Brett will get a good pitch date here. And Brett's going to hit this one a long way. Overland's head bounces around a lot. White will easily score, and Brett will be in third with a double. A triple, sorry. So a 7-0 Kansas City lead. As Brett adds himself an RBI triple. So McRae up now. McRae 1 for 4 with a double. And he'll draw a walk. So brings up Lecoq. And he'll ground out to Remy to end the inning. But the Royals tack on another 2 runs, and it's 7-0. Like we said before, this game was 9-0 Kansas City, so we're definitely getting close to that. Splittroff is pitching this game even better than he did the other game. I believe he allowed 6 hits in the 6 hits in the actual game. So he's on a pace to do even better than that. Kansas City with 9 runs on 13 hits. So far they've got 9 runs on 15 hits. So very close box line here. So Lynn up now 0 for 2. And Lynn will break up the shutout here as he hits one straight away center field, and Otis just watches it go by. Oh, wait a second, hold on. Why isn't it a home run? Oh, because it's a triple split. Okay. So we're going to try for the oh, I thought that was a home run. But it was a 16 roll in the split, not a, he needed a 7 or better. So now we're going to hold him with nobody out. As much as I'd like to try. Yeah. He's only got a 25% chance. So Lynn reaches third with a triple. So a lot of extra base hits today. A lot of doubles and a lot of triples today. I think there's been at least 3 triples today. We'll have to take a look at that at the end of the game. So the Red Sox threaten to get on the board here. Scott with an RBI opportunity here. And it'll be hit the Patek. Fires to first. So Lynn will score from third. So an RBI ground out for Scott puts the Red Sox on the board 7-1. So the shutout is gone now. But Kansas City still has a commanding lead, 7-1. So Hobson up now, 0 for 2. And he'll line out to Brett at third. Second out of the Red Sox 8th. Frank Duffy's flown out twice today. And he'll ground one out to White. Very short-handed White there. Thankfully, he's got a 1 range because that would have been a hit with anybody else. And he'll make the play over to Lecoq. And that'll end the Red Sox in the 8th. Red Sox get a run, and we'll head to the bottom of the 8th with the Red Sox still trailing by 6. And that's going to be it for Ripley, as Ripley will come out of the game. Ripley pretty much not quite about as ineffective as Eckersley was. I think we're going to bring in Bergmeyer because he pitched an inning in 2/3 in the actual game. So we will see if he can pitch at least an inning here. Hopefully he'll pitch more than an inning because that'll mean the Red Sox have at least tied it up. And the Royals need to bat at the bottom of the 9th. So we'll see what we can do here. So Bergmeyer's tired though. Guess we're not going to bring him in. A lot of the Red Sox pen is tired here. Yeah, maybe we'll see if we can get Ripley out of this. Oh. And he gets the 1 split for a homer. Oh, wow. There's only a 10% chance to that one to go, and it does. Believe it or not, as Alan Rippey surrenders a homer. So, how many runs has he surrendered so far today? Actually, he hasn't been too bad today. I think that's only his second run for today, maybe. 3.86 ERA for the day, so. And we'll let him pitch again. Quarter up now. Oh, no. And thankfully, he does not get the split there. Evans will make the catch. And he catches it against the wall. So a great catch by Evans at the fence. So one down in the Kansas City 8th. That's devastating, that 4 column for Ripley. There's a clean single there. Brings up Paquette. And he lines up to Duffy. Patek up now. And he grounds to Duffy, and the inning is over. But Kansas City will get that run back, and it now leads at 8-1 after 8 full. So the Red Sox, down to their last 3 outs, need a 7 spot. As Splittroff will come in to try to close it up. Splittroff up to 104 pitches. Remy struck out twice today before he hit a triple in the 6th. And he'll fly out to Otis for the first out of the 9th. So 1 gone in the Red Sox 9th brings up Dwight Evans. He's 0 for 3. And that'll be a base hit. Evans is on with a single. And Rice is going to give this one a long haul all the way to the wall, and jumps for it, and he's got it. So Paquette robs Rice of a 2-run home run there, as Rice slaps his hands and claps his hands now, saying, great catch by Paquette. So that brings up Yastrzemski. Red Sox down to the last out here. Yastrzemski 0 for 2 in the day with a walk. And he'll turn out to White, over to Lecoq, and that'll end the ball game. So a tight game through 4. The Royals broke it open in the 5th and end up winning it by a score of 8-1. Splittroff was masterful, allowing just the 1 run on 3 hits. So we'll go to the box score. And Mr. Brody has fallen asleep here. I didn't want to see what was going on. So let's go over the pitching as usual first. Splittroff wins, now 14-5. Continues his excellent season. Pitching a complete game, 3 hits, 1 run. It was earned. A walk and 4 strikeouts. For Eckersley, takes the loss now 11-7. Lasted just 4 2/3 innings with 10 hits allowed, 5 runs, all of them earned, 3 walks and a strikeout. And, Ripley, 3 1/3 innings, 5 hits allowed, 3 runs, only 1 of them earned though. 1 walk and 1 strikeout, surrendered 1 home run. For the Royals, George Brett was 3 for 5 with an RBI. McRae 1 for 4. Lecoq 1 for 4 with an RBI. Otis 1 for 5 with an RBI and a run scored. I think Otis hit the home run. Yeah, Amos Otis hit his 17th home run. The only home run of the game. Porter was 1 for 3 with a run scored. Hurdle 2 for 4 with 2 runs batted in. 2 runs scored. Paquette was 1 for 5 with a run scored and 2 runs batted in. Patek was 0 for 4 with a run scored and an RBI. And Frank White, probably the Frank White player of the game, 4 for 4 with a run scored and 3 runs batted in. For the Red Sox, not much going on there as they managed only 3 hits off Splittroff. Remy was 1 for 4, Evans was 1 for 4, and Fred Lynn was 1 for 3 with a run scored. George Scott had an RBI in 3 at-bats. So that is it as the Red Sox fall to the Royals 9-1. Let's take a look at the doubles and extra base hits here. So let's see. How many doubles they have? Royals had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 doubles on the day. And the Red Sox and the Royals combined for 3 triples. The Red Sox with 2 of them. So in all, 9, including the home run, 10 extra base hits. 6 doubles, 3 triples, and a homer. So wow, a lot of extra base hits. So the Red Sox with the loss dropped to 55-37 and are now 7 games off their pace of 62-30. So let's end this and look at the box score. I mean at the standings. Mr. Brody has gone to sleep here. They're being very animated early on. So Milwaukee ended up winning, so they now have a 3-game lead with the Red Sox. The Yankees only a game behind the Red Sox. So Red Sox are in danger of slipping to 3rd place if they lose and the Yankees win. They'll be tied for. No, actually, the Yankees will be ahead of them. They'll switch places. Kansas City with the win has now a half-game lead over the. I think California was idle yesterday. Or today. So Kansas City back in 1st place by a half game. So the Red Sox need to get back, figure it out here, and get back on their winning ways as they'll face the Royals in Game 2. We'll see our pitching matchups here. So Milwaukee wins again. Yankees win again. So the Red Sox are going to have to win if they want to maintain their 3 games behind Milwaukee and maintain their 1-game lead over the Yankees for 2nd place. So tomorrow's game will feature Luis Tiant, El Tiante on the mound against Doug Bird. So that's it for today. Thank you for joining us. It's been Eric from High Ground Gaming, co-host Mr. Brody. If you like these videos, like and subscribe. Check out our other baseball games and other sports-related games. Currently, we have replays going on some New England sports legends like Larry Bird using Inside the Paint basketball career replay, Bobby Orr career replay using Inside the Crease hockey, and Inside Blitz featuring the career of Rob Gronkowski, and finally one using Inside Pitch featuring the career of Kyle Yastrzemski. All 4 of those games available from Inside Sports Games. Excellent games that we like that I enjoy. So check those out. So subscribe to our channel as well as other channels on our subscriber list who deal in similar type channels. They're all very fine channels. I only subscribe to channels that I enjoy and would endorse. So we'll see you in the next Red Sox replay on the Red Sox 78 Red Sox replay when they take on the Kansas City Royals in Game 2 of the series. So take care and God bless.